Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, guess what? Got some more constitutional silver here. As you can see, picked up $50 face. Got 3 rolls of halves, 2 rows of quarters, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50. So that's pretty cool. Picked it up for another fantastic deal. And able to continue to fill those guardhouse boxes. So why don't we go ahead and take a look. So it's always nice to be able to pick up some more. I really appreciate my contact continuing to reach out to me. Although it's not as frequent as it used to be, which, honestly is fine because we can move on to picking up some other things. But I have to tell you, this weekend we were in the midst of the silver drop, the dramatic drop of, around $4 in the past couple weeks. But one of the things that you will notice in times like this is, number one, the online bullion dealers don't drop their price that quick, and they have actually raised their price. I went out and looked for a couple American Eagles since the price was so low. A couple sites with American Eagles. Some of them didn't have them, and others had jacked them up to almost $5 a piece over spot. They were just out of control. There's no way I'm going to pay $5 a piece over spot for an American Eagle. I usually won't even pay $2.50 over spot for an American Eagle. So as spot went down, they went up. That's fine, supply and demand, I guess. And I also think they're trying to discourage you from buying at this point because they're so busy. A couple of them even shut down their sites for a few hours to deal with it. And so I'm not a buyer at those kind of prices. I'll just wait. But let me tell you something else that's also happened. Constitutional silver has become unavailable on these sites. I went to Monument Metals. Guess what? Every single version of constitutional silver was sold out. Now, there might have been, I can't remember because I checked a lot of sites on it, there might have been like a roll of standing Liberty quarters that are, way up there, way above spot in the first place, 170 or 180 bucks. I think one of the sites might have had those. But the regular quarters, dimes, halves, even in the bag versions, completely sold out. Went over to JM Bullion, same thing. Quarters, dimes, halves, all sold out. Not even available. So this is why it's nice to stack constitutional silver, because in tough times, people go after it. And here's another beautiful thing about constitutional silver. If you or me decide not to sell it, and we just hoard it, and we just keep it in our stack, nobody else can buy it. JM Bullion and Monument Metals will not be able to get any more constitutional silver unless we decide to sell it, because there's none available out there. They can't just pick it up. Somebody has to release it from their possession to make it be available. And I really love that aspect of it, and I really think it does add a lot more value to it than it gets. We all know it's not available anymore, and you should know, if you don't, that constitutional silver is being melted down every day, all day, by dealers, maybe pawn shops, maybe these gold and silver buyback places, because it's just easier for them to send off and have it melted down than to keep it in inventory and try to advertise it and sell it. So it gets rarer and rarer every day. And again, if we don't sell it, it's not available. I would encourage you to continue your stack, continue picking this stuff up, continue to stream this stuff in, week after week, month after month, whatever your budget allows. And, you don't have to pick up $50 at a time. That's a big purchase. If you pick up $1 worth at a time, if you pick up $10 worth, $5 worth, a couple dollars worth, just pick some up. Keep it going. Before you know it, you got yourself a nice little stack. All right, well, that's it for that little rant. So why don't we go ahead and take a look. All right, so let's do the halves first. You can see they're labeled Franklin, and Walker. So we do these Franklins first. See what we have here. Oh, yeah. Ooh, sounds good. And they look pretty normal, right? Yeah, look pretty good. A nice little frosty one there. 1960. Pretty nice. Got a cool little look to it. Another frosty one. I don't know what kind of environmental conditions would cause that, but It's alright, pretty normal. Alright, let's look at this second roll. Get this out of here. Just gotta hear the sound, don't we? Alright, so let's get these down. These don't appear to be quite so frosty. Some of them, but keep them on the screen, push them over here a little bit, and then let's take a look at these walkers. I always love the walkers. Walkers are highly sought out. So as long as they have dates on them, most people are happy with them. See here, 43, 45. So yeah, some great walkers here as well. Alright, so we have 60 halves here, 10, 20, $30 worth, $30 face. There's 20 for every $10, that gives us 60. Let's take a look at these quarters. I love the quarters. I usually find quarters are the hardest for me to get, but this guy gives them to me frequently, and he always gives me really nice ones too. Look at these. These things are in really good shape. Boy, if we were to measure these would be way above the 0.715. Look at those. Those things are beautiful. It's just dirt that'll rub off there. I don't really care about that. Alright, look at those, huh? Ooh, some beautiful quarters. Alright, let's hit this other roll. So there's $40 face. Oops. Little spillage there. Oh man, all over the place, but we're good here. See, he always has them all lined up in the same way, so I know he goes through them and checks them out. Nothing else just to count them, but I'm probably looking for key dates and stuff too, so yeah, so there we go, huh? What do you think? $50 face value on some beautiful constitutional silver. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. No dimes this time. You know, last time he sold me, he had 7 rolls of dimes, and I hate to say stuff like that because I do not publish these videos in the order in which I get them. I do the recordings and I load them up in my queue, and then as time goes by, I just look to see what's available next or what I have, and I just bring it down, edit it, and then post it. So sometimes I think they get a little bit out of order with you know, what I say. Like I may say something in this video about a video that you see this before I published another video. So I try to be conscious of that and not say anything that's time related. But, you know, on the other hand, have our frame of reference in what we're doing. So that's $50 face. And why don't we just check the how much silver is in there with $50 face. So if we go over to the desktop, look at the calculator, and let's figure out how much silver is here. If we do $50 for $50 face, multiply it by 0.715, you'll see here that we have 35.75 ounces of silver. So almost 36 ounces of silver. Is that pretty cool or what? That's a nice little stack here. Pretty awesome that we have that much silver right here. Pretty awesome. We can pick it up too for such a great price. So what do you guys think? Why don't you comment below? What do you think about my comments regarding constitutional silver and when times get tough, how it gets sold out, and the value of it? I mean, I think we hear all the time about just silver in general being undervalued, but I think constitutional silver is really undervalued. I think that there is a lot to like about it. I think there's not as much as people think there is. And I think it's pretty awesome to own and have available when you need it. And it's never going to go to zero. It's always going to be valuable. Heck, if nothing else, it would always be worth its face value. But we all know it's never going to happen. If anything, it's going to explode someday. I know that there's no way we could do an accurate count of how much is available because, I mean, frankly, if somebody asked me or sent me a survey, I wouldn't tell them how much I had. It's really nobody's business. And I think that would be the answer from almost everybody. So we don't really know. If you talk to dealers, pawn shops and other places, you'll find out that they frequently send this stuff out to be melted. And there's been a couple events in the past history that have also caused a lot of it to be melted. So anyway, just let me know your thoughts on that. I'm just noticing this camera here. I updated my camera on my iPhone with the software. I use a software on my iPhone called IV Cam, and ever since I updated it, it seems to be like flashing. Like every once in a while, you get this little black flash in there. See it right there? So I'm not sure. I wish they would, when they make these updates, I wish they would actually improve them and not degrade them. Because once you update it, you're done. You can't go back. And so now I've got a camera that's flickering when before there was no flicker. So yeah, pretty annoying for sure. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. And always remember, let's keep talking bullion.